What's up, Facebook? Ty Crandall with Credit Suite here. Usually I'm live with you at 2 p.m. Eastern, but I'm about 2:30 Eastern time due to technical issues today. But I fixed my technical difficulties, and today we are going to decode your bank credit score. So look, many people don't know that you have 3 types of credit scores and profiles. You have consumer credit, you have commercial credit, and you have bank credit. And most people know nothing about the bank credit scoring system, but you need to know because this is the secret to getting any kind of financing from a bank. I don't care if you want a bank credit card. I don't care if you want a bank loan. I don't care if you want a line of credit. Your bank rating is what lenders look at to gauge whether or not you're going to get approved or not. So this is something that most people never know about, and you're never going to actually see your bank rating score. It's an internal credit score that's operated and owned by big banks. The banks use this to determine your credit worthiness of whether or not you should be issued loans or not. So if you want a bank credit card, if you want a bank credit line, if you want an SBA loan, if you want anything from your bank regarding financing, you need to know about this because it's all based on the quality of this secret credit score known as your bank rating. So that's what we're going to be diving into today. We're going to be decoding what your bank credit score is, your bank rating, what it is. We're going to be talking about how it works. So let's dive in. So first of all, let's talk about some of the basics that you should know about business bank accounts, right? You need to have a business bank account because it separates your personal and your business banking. Okay, you also need it to run a successful business. It helps you keep accurate records. It helps you prep reports. It helps you make deposits and withdrawals from your actual business, make wire transfers, issue checks. I shouldn't need to tell you the importance of having a business bank account, but surprisingly, I still have a lot of people that actually are commingling funds. They're still using personal bank accounts to fund their business. You can't do that. There's all kinds of these reasons on why you want to use your business bank account or set up a business bank account. Aaron, what's up? Dell, hey, what's up? And Michael Lang, thanks for tuning in. So there's all kinds of reasons here that you want to have a business bank account set up. Now there's a lot of benefits as well, right? It lessens tax headaches. It allows you to accept credit cards for your business. It allows you to set up to accept merchant processor account to actually have funds deposited to accept credit cards. Okay, the fees are a little bit more lenient as well. They waive a lot of your online fees with business banking. Plus you have a business banking relationship, which helps you get loans, okay? So there's a lot of benefits here of having a business bank account set up. I shouldn't need to tell you that. I think a lot of you understand why we have business bank accounts and the importance of having a consumer and a commercial bank account that are separate. But the key is to have one because having a relationship with that banker helps you with merchant accounts. It helps you with so many other things, including financing when it comes time to get financing. Another reason bank accounts are important is that a lot of places will look at your bank account start date as your company's start date. So for lenders, they're going to use your entity start date as when your company actually started. But here's the problem. If there's a change here, then what they're going to do is they're going to look at your business bank account open date to determine when your bank was actually set up or when your company was actually set up. Okay, it helps to prevent fraud. So you've got to do this ASAP because, again, your bank account setup date will oftentimes be looked at as your company startup date. Let me give you an example. People buy shelf corporations. They're shady. They try to buy shelf corporations to try to convince lenders and credit issuers they've been open longer than they have. So what happens now is credit bureaus, when they see a change of ownership on a credit report, they immediately assume that there's a possibility that you're buying a shelf corporation or that you bought one. So when this happens, a lot of cases, lenders change from the entity start date to the business bank account start date to look at when your actual business was opened. So this is one of many reasons you need to set up this bank account right away, and you need to make sure that you keep all the details congruent on this account as where they are everywhere else to prevent fraud. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. Okay, a lot of banks, a lot of lenders will ask for your bank statements, and they're verifying the name of your business, your address of your business. They're making sure that what's on your bank statements is the same as what's on your Secretary of State, is the same as what's on your actual application. So it's very, very, very important that you make sure you set up your business bank account right away. First of all, as I'm about to teach you, that ties into your bank rating and what your bank rating is. But it's also important because, like I said, if there's any question of when your business was actually founded, like a change of ownership takes place in the business, they look at this open date for the bank. It's very important. Again, as I mentioned, you also need to make sure all your information on your bank statement is congruent with what's on Secretary of State, with what's on your application. It's one of the secret checks lenders do to try to find fraudsters. They look and they say, look, if the name and the address of your bank, of your business is different on your bank account than it is on the Secretary of State, than it is on the application, that's obviously signs of fraud. Because the address on your bank account should be the right address, right? You'd think so. That's where you're getting your bank statements, which are very private information. So some things that you need to do, you got to get that bank account set up. A lot of benefits in doing so. You got to get that bank account set up right away. You got to make sure that information is congruent so you don't trigger any potential fraud concerns as well, okay? So very important. Now, let's talk about credit scores. So your bank credit score is basically how banks are going to determine who should get a loan, okay? The more business credit you want, the more business funding you want, it's all based on this bank credit score if it's coming from the actual bank that you're trying to get money from. So again, you need to have a bank account set up because you want to have a bank reference. A lot of times you're building business credit, they're going to ask you for bank references. Now, when you build business credit, they're not going to ask you for bank statements. You could build business credit, it's all no doc. You don't need tax returns. You don't need bank statements. It's one of the benefits of building business credit. But they are going to ask you for bank references. This is how they know you have a bank account. And one more reason, you've got to make sure that you get that business bank account set up. It's very important. So you've got to have that bank account set up so you have bank references and know your banker. You also should keep $10,000 average in your bank account over the last 3 months before you apply for any kind of bank financing. And I'm about to tell you exactly why. This is all how the bank rating works. So the rest of what I'm going to dive into is going to map this all out. But it's very important to you. The 90 days before you apply for anything at your bank are very important, as you're about to learn. Now, Robin says, oh, wow, my Secretary of State is in one state, but I moved to another state. What address should I use on the bank account? It's your current address that you're going to use on the application. So Robin brought up a very good point. And let me tell you one of the biggest secrets that exist in business lending that most people just do not know. One of the biggest, the number one reason that loan applications are denied are not because you don't qualify. It's not because of your income. It's not because of your credit. The number one reason bank applications get denied is because they think the application is fraud. More than half of all applications that go through the bank, they think are fraud. It's why they denied the application. Why do they think it's fraud? Because of what Robin just said. We set up our business in the Secretary of State. We don't even think about it beyond that. Maybe we file annual reports once a year. We don't even think about it. But here's what lenders do. Lenders see our application information. The first thing their computers look for is they go to your Secretary of State to make sure that everything on that application matches with the Secretary of State. It's the biggest secret check they do to validate your business. So if the Secretary of State information has a different name and address than what you're on your application, you're immediately denied. And whether they tell you or not, it's because they think the application is fraud. Same thing with your bank statements. If it's off, they think it's fraud. So to answer your question, Robin, you need to figure out whatever your business address is right now, and that's what you need to update with the Secretary of State. Even if you are in a different state, that's okay. You can still have a registered agent in your state. But your address needs to match, because when you go to apply for a loan or credit card, it's the number one check that they're checking is to make sure that what's on the application matches with Secretary of State. If not, potential fraud, it gets shot out the door. So that's why that becomes so important. Now, Jansen says everything must be congruent. Thanks, guys, for the likes. Thanks for the loves. It helps me know I'm on the right track, and it helps Facebook know this content's valid to get more people in here. And Jansen's going crazy with the likes and loves. Thanks, Jansen. Jansen's the man when it comes to teaching business loan brokers all this stuff about how they can help their clients get business loans. So let's talk about the bank rating. Here's how it typically works. Now, not typically, mainly works. There's the main thing it's based on. Then there's all these other components we're going to talk about. The main thing that determines your bank credit score, which is known as your bank rating, is the amount of money you keep in your bank account over the previous 90 days or 3-month time period. And here it is. You can have a high 5, a mid 5, or a low 5, or you can start getting into the 4s. The 4s are bad. You cannot have a 4 bank rating and get a bank loan or bank product, period. If you want a bank loan, you need to have at least a low 5 rating in order to qualify. And here's how that works. The high 5 rating is if you keep an average over the last 90 days of $70,000 plus in your business bank account. A mid 5 rating is if you keep $40,000 to $69,999 in your bank account over the last 90 days. A low 5 rating is when you keep $10,000 to $39,000 in the bank account. The bottom line is you need to have a minimum of $10,000 in your bank account over a 90-day average time period in order to get these bank loans. If you don't have a high 5, low 5, or mid 5 or low 5, then what will happen is you will then have a 4 rating if you have under 10,000, and that is not acceptable for you to be able to get a business loan. Now, Michael says, but when you look at my business address for the Secretary in California, it still shows my Mississippi address. Let me pull that up. The C more on here. Even though I changed it, I still need to use my Mississippi. You always need to be the same address. Same address on your website, same address on Yellow Pages, same address on Facebook page, same address on your actual application for credit, same address on Secretary of State. If that's incongruent, you've got to get with the Secretary of State to get that changed. They need to see that your current address, the spelling of your name, the phone number you have there is the same as what's on the application. If it's not, it's going to get you denied time and time again, and you probably won't even know that that's happening. So the congruency is very important, especially making sure your bank statements have the same information as what's on the application as what's on the Secretary of State. Michael, hopefully that helps. So, bank credit score, called the bank rating. Typically based on how much you keep in your bank account over a 90-day period. You need to have a low 5 to be able to get approved for bank loans. $10,000 or more in your bank account over a 90-day period. You want to shoot for a high 5 rating, which makes you low risk, $70,000. So first tip here, right? We see it. If you're going to apply for a bank loan, get as much freaking money in that bank account as you can the 3 months before you apply. Conservatively, at least $10,000 average over 90 days, preferably over $70,000. You don't need to keep that much in your bank account all the time, but within 3 months of you applying for a loan through your bank, you need to start making sure that money's there to have an acceptable enough bank rating to be able to get approved. Now, that being said, again, before applying, make sure that you have at least that money in there the last 90 days, okay? Now, other things, they're going to look at non-sufficient funds. You need to minimize or eliminate non-sufficient funds. You know how to look at these? It's something called check systems. You have another secret business credit report through check systems that most people don't even know about. Check, C-H-E-X systems. Now, you can go to check systems and get a credit report. You can get a credit score. As a matter of fact, I think you may be able to go to creditsuite.com/check systems and actually find a page on our website. I'll check real quick that you can get a free copy of your check systems business credit or credit report. Here's why you want to do that. Because NSFs will actually affect your ability or affect your bank rating. So you want to see if you have, I'm going to see if I have check systems. Okay, check systems. So you need to see if you have NSFs or not. And the way to do it is to get a copy. Oh, you're going to love me. You're going to love me. So this is what we did. We created a link here at creditsuite.com/check systems. Take a screenshot of this. It's well worth it, I promise you. creditsuite.com/check systems, CHEX systems. If you go to this page I created for you, look what you can get. You can get your check systems credit report for free. You can get your check systems credit score for free. You can add security freezes on your check systems report for free. You can lift security freezes for free. You can add security alert to your check systems report for free. You can dispute items with check systems reports for free. And I made it on one simple page. Credit Suite, thank you for the likes. I appreciate that because I thought that you guys would like this. creditsuite.com/check systems. Everything you need to get your report, get your scores, dispute your report, put fraud alerts on here. Everything you need is on that page. So I created that page to make it simple for you to get this secret credit report through check systems that they know about you that you don't know. Lenders, credit issuers know everything about your banking history, how many accounts you have, how you manage those accounts, NSFs. You even have a check systems credit score that you can access. You can get your check systems credit report. You can get your check systems credit score, and you should because lenders and credit credit issuers are using this to make all kinds of decisions about you. Now, Barbara says, Secretary of State list when you change your address. No, it doesn't make a difference when it's changed. It just makes a difference that your Secretary of State address is congruent with your loan applications, bank statements, et cetera, et cetera. Now, don't forget, guys, if we can help you along the way, here's our number, 877-600-2487. We'll do a free assessment to see how fundable your business is. So if we can help you, feel free to give us a call. We'll help you through this process. So, bank rating. Based on your average 90-day time period, how much you keep in the bank account, we need to have $10,000 minimum in the bank account over 90 days to get a bank loan, preferably over 70. Okay, we're also looking at things like NSFs. I just gave you a shortcut to get your check systems credit report and score for free. By the way, we help our clients do all that for free as well. So if you want to talk to us more about that, there's our number. Now, you also are going to look for negative cash flow. They want more money to come in the bank account than what goes out. If you have more going out in the bank account than going in, that's negative cash flow, and it will adversely affect your bank rating. They're also looking for low balances. They want to make sure that you have higher average balances, that you have a positive ending bank balance at the end of every month, and basically that you're not irresponsible, just that you're managing your bank account responsibly. So it's a good idea, for example, to set up overdraft protection so it pulls money from another bank to avoid NSFs. It's a simple tip. Do it now. Take your business checking account, take another account you have and set it up with overdraft protection. So if you ever do go and overdraw your account, they pull it from another account and you avoid NSFs. Not only is that going to help your bank rating, but it's also going to help your check systems rating as well. So by doing that one thing, setting up an extra account and setting up overdraft for your business checking account, you're helping your bank rating and you're helping your check systems account as well. So some things that you could do. Now, they're also going to look at other bank products that you use. So your bank rating is higher if you use more bank products. So you want to have other accounts like a savings account, an investment account, a money market account. If you get loans with your bank, if you have CDs with your bank, if the more accounts you have with your bank, the higher your bank rating is going to actually be. So all of those things tie into the bank rating, but the main thing is how much you keep in the bank account over the 90-day time period. Now, Dell says, is that for individuals and businesses? Both. Check systems will look at both. So go in and get your check systems report, because how you do that and how you manage that will carry into the business world as well. Kenneth says, I went through some of this just for a business credit card. Yes, you will. Because you need to understand that when it comes to credit cards and loans, they're all from your bank. They're looking at whatever information they have, including your bank rating. Now, you may not get approved for a credit card because you don't meet these requirements for bank rating. You may. But you won't get a bank loan unless you have a bank rating high enough. It's just not even possible. And Dell says, is the check systems report free? Yes. I gave you a free link to get it. creditsuite.com/check systems. Others might charge you for it. I'm giving you a free link here to get the report and to be able to get your credit scores. So if you go here, it is free, but I can't account for other people that may try to charge you money for that same thing. You get it, right? I'm telling you it's free. There might be other people out there that try to charge you. I don't know. But if you go to creditsuite.com/check systems, CHEX systems, that's where you'll be able to get both for free. Jimmy says that the application to Canadian businesses is applicable to Canadian businesses. If you have banking in the United States, it is. So you might actually have a TIN number in the United States and be from Canada, and in that case, it does apply. So that being said, that's it. I'm not going to go through a bunch of extra training. This is how the bank rating score works. Let's go over this as an overview. You got to set up your business bank account. Separate consumer and commercial records. Keep your records accurate. Easy to make the withdrawals and deposits. Make wire transfers, issue checks, etc. It lessens your tax headaches. It helps you accept credit cards from your customers. The fees are more lenient. It gives you a relationship with a banker to get a business loan, okay? So a lot of benefits of doing this. And oftentimes, your bank account start date might be when lenders see that your business started, especially if you have a change of ownership in your business. So you need to set it up right away, and you need to make sure the information on your bank statements is congruent with your Secretary of State and your actual website and the application data, including your business name and phone number. Now, when it comes to credit scores, you need to know you have 3 types of credit scores. Remember, you have consumer credit, you have commercial credit, you have bank credit, whether you know about it or not. And bank credit all comes down to this bank rating, which is primarily driven based on how much money you keep in your bank account over the last 90 days. The highest you can get is a high 5 rating, 70,000 minimum in the bank account over 90 days. Mid 5 is 40,000 in the bank account 90 days. Low 5 is 10,000 in the bank account. If you don't keep an average of 10,000 over a 90-day time period, you are not getting a business bank loan. It ain't happening. So that's why you need to control the bank rating. But other factors are applicable here as well. Okay, you need to make sure that you don't have NSFs. We're doing that by setting up a second account and setting up overdraft protection. So if our primary account doesn't have money, they pull it from this secondary account. We need to make sure we have more money going in the bank account than going out. That's positive cash flows. They want to see you have consistent deposits, that you have a positive ending bank balance at the end of every month. And they're also going to look at other bank products you're using, like investment accounts, money market accounts, savings accounts, CDs. The more of these you have, the higher that bank rating is going to be. And don't forget, you need to access your check system's credit report. It's free. Lenders are using it. Credit issuers are using it. You need to see what is on your banking history that these guys are looking at. It's 100% free at creditsuite.com/check systems. You can get your credit report. You can get your credit score for free. You can add security freezes and remove security freezes. You can even come in and add security alerts, or you can dispute information with check systems, all at creditsuite.com/check systems. And don't forget as well, we also help you do this. It's part of our program. Not only do we help you get Nexus or check systems, we help you get your LexisNexis credit reports and score for free. So if you want to do a free funding assessment, a lot of people have asked about Secretary of State records. We will do a comparison to see how fundable your business is. We will look at your Secretary of State records and compare it and tell you what's incongruent. We do it for free. We also see if you're set up with the reporting agencies. We also help you get your free business credit reports, and we tell you all the funding you can get now for free. So there's our number if that helps you along the way. Okay, now, Dell says, I have a membership with you already, so great. Yes, if you are a client, then when you go in to set up your business credit reports, I think in step 2, then that's when you can access your check systems and your LexisNexis credit reports with us. Our advisors can help you as well. Okay, Yasser says, and the bank products all under business name? Yes. So you're talking about with the bank rating, the more bank products you have, the higher your bank rating is going to be. So have CDs, have money market accounts, have a savings account, have other kind of investment accounts. That's going to help you have a higher bank rating. And Michael says, I got approved for EIL Advance, which is grant right now. Does that make my company look more credible? It doesn't do anything to make your business look more credible, but of course, it always helps getting that $10,000. And they gave me $1,000. Yes, you said $1,000 because of the number of employees. The EIDL grant is based on the number of employees you have. So if you got $1,000, you have 1 employee. If you have 10 employees, you could have got 10 grand. Dell says, I have the word loan in my company name, which constantly gets flagged by credit processing like Square. Yes, because that indicates you're in a high-risk industry. It indicates you're in financial services, which is seen as a high-risk industry, Dell. And she says, I decided to just change the name. Does that mean I have to start a whole new business bank account and lose? It doesn't, but you need to update your bank account to have the right name. Your correct changed name should be with the Secretary of State. It should be with the bank account. It should be everywhere. Your name has to be consistent, because what happens if it's not? You apply for a loan, they immediately go to verify your company is legitimate, to verify the application's legit, and they can't find your business because the business name doesn't match, the address doesn't match, the phone number doesn't match, and they're not going to give you the courtesy of going, hey, Dell, it's Ty over here at Bank of America. You know, we can't even find your business online based on the information on your application. And then you're like, yeah, it's because I changed this information. They're like, okay, we got it. That never happens. They immediately decline the application because they think it's fraud, because they can't verify your business even exists. That's why your business name, address, and phone number on Secretary of State must match what's on your loan applications. If not, they immediately decline the application because they can't verify your business exists and they think the application is fraudulent. And Yeager says, can you send a picture? Can you send the picture of the board? I don't know how to send a picture on Facebook to everybody here. I have no idea. So you're going to have to get out of this video when it's done and then stop on that point in the video and take a screenshot. There's no way I can take a screenshot of this and send it to you. My system just won't let me do that. So if we can help you along the way, give us a ring. Okay, 877-600-2487. If you want to get funding, go to creditsuite.com/get funding, and we'll talk to you about loans and credit lines. We've got a great guide on building business credit at creditsuite.com/Facebook. If you give us a call, we will do a free fundability assessment looking at your Secretary of State records to see if you are set up legitimately now and give you advice if not. We'll do a free search to see if you're set up with the reporting agencies and see if you have trade lines. We'll help you get a free copy of your business credit reports, and we'll tell you how lendable your business is. It's 100% free if you're giving us a call for a consultation, 877-600-2487. So I'm going to wrap this up. A lot we covered here today. Now you know how to have an excellent bank rating credit score. You know how to legally manipulate this in a good way because you now know how the system works, and you know how to access your secret check systems credit report and score for free. I gave you the link, creditsuite.com/check systems to do that. And if you get stuck along the way, give us a call. Remember, as a client, we help you get check systems. We help you get LexisNexis. We help you dispute. We help you access other credit reports and scores that lenders and credit issuers use that you don't know about as well. So let us know if we can help. DGA Bank says, I want to build business credit. Please, how can you help me? Thanks. And Skips is very important. Includes spelling and abbreviations in some cases with your business name. We can definitely help you, DJ. DJ Banks, give us a ring, 877-600-2487. That's all you have to do. We'll do a free search to see if you're set up with the reporting agency, see how fundable your business is, check on your fundability, and help you get your business credit reports and scores for free, and even talk to you a little bit more about tips and tactics to improve your business credit. So all you have to do is just give us a ring. I'm going to wrap this up, but more to come. In the weeks to come, we're going to be diving into fundamentals of fundability, a lot of the stuff we talked about. How to avoid high-risk industries, all the things you need to do to get your business set up where lenders will approve you. That's what we're going to be talking about in the weeks to come. We're going to be talking about how your business credit scores work. We're going to be talking about 5 easy ways to get business financing. Okay, that will happen in the weeks to come, so stay tuned. We will be live here about 11:30 on Thursday, and then we'll be back Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.